Inshallah, to all the sisters, let us begin our class with the morning dua. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. Allahumma bika asbahna wa bika amsayna wa bika nahya wa bika namut wa ilayka nushur. Bismillahillazi la yadurru ma'asmihi syai'un fil ardi wala fis sama'i wa huwa as-sami'ul alim. Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami dina wa bi Muhammadin nabiyya. Allahumma zidni ilman nafi'a wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. Ya muqallibal qulub thabbit qulubana ala dinik wa ala ta'atik. Allahumma adkhilna jannatak warjurna minan nar. Allahumma akhtim lana بالحسن الخاتمة ولا تختم علينا بالسوء الخاتمة. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. صلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين يا رب العالمين. I think we all still remember the short prayer, Allahumma inni ala zikrika wa shukrika wa husni ibadatik. Yeah? As fellow Muslim, to all the sister, the brother, no brother is here today, alhamdulillah. Yeah, anything happen, we say alhamdulillah. Yeah, maybe they are busy. Now we always try our best to stay connected to Allah Rabbul Alameen by remembering Him through the zikr, the azkar that the Prophet recommends us to recite. And when we make any kind of zikr or dua, please remember, we don't do it just for the sake of reciting. A lot of people may be reciting the dua, but they don't get any benefit from the dua. They don't have any impact through the dua because we are just reciting the dua. We are not committed with what we ask from Allah. Yeah? Example, if you say, oh Allah, increase in me knowledge that benefit me. So you must be very careful with the knowledge that you are learning. Yeah? And you remember what Allah has said. If you want to come to my way, you follow my way. And then when you follow that way, Allah wants us not to divert yourself to other ways anymore. Yeah. When you divert yourself, then whether you are aware or not, you are getting out from the right path. You are getting further and further. You don't realize. And that's why the Prophet said, stay put in a jama'ah. Jama'ah is there to guide you. Keep on, bring you back. Bring you back. But once you feel that you have knowledge and you are moving the other side, you are dividing yourself, you are separating yourself away. That's why Allah said, when you follow one way, وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا سُبُلَ, don't be attracted or distracted with other ways. Don't. Allah Rabbul Alameen, who created all of us, He knows our weaknesses more than ourselves. He knows that He has sent 3 angels to all of us and only 1 jinn 3 against 1. One qarin, the jinn. Yeah, in every one of us we have 3 angels, Qiraman Katibin, and a good angel that is always there to whisper, to encourage, to motivate us to do good things. But there's only one evil, the bad qarin, the jinn. And his work is the same, to whisper in us, to do things that is not good. If you based on logic, 3 against 1, 3 should be the winner. But most of the time we become a loser. Why we become a loser? Because we give way. We always give excuses, and that is what the bad one always win. But alhamdulillah, we come for classes. The class is here to remind us, be careful when you make dua. You must be committed, be sincere in your dua, and understand what you ask from Allah Rabbul Alameen, and you will see, inshallah, there will be changes. It's just like when you said, I want to be good. Is that easy to be good just by yourself? What do you think? Is that easy to be good by yourself? Yeah, by yourself. I want to be good. Only me, I don't care about others. Very difficult. So the next thing that you must do, you must find a good environment, good friend that help you. Yeah, that is called the Jama'ah. We just started our class, the new class, Monday night, the one that I conduct. Not every Monday, there's one Monday that I conduct, last Monday, about Uslubu Da'wah. Uslubu Da'wah is to look into whatever knowledge that we have learned, how do this knowledge benefit us and benefit others? How do this knowledge benefit us and then it benefit others? That means we have to look, yeah, from both ways. When you say it benefit you, it must benefit others. When it do not benefit others, that means it's not benefiting you. And before I elaborate more than that, we have to come back to the topic that we are going to discuss today, page 208. Yeah? Under the subtitle, Separate Graveyards. Now, what I always remind myself and all my good students, I say that we have been blessed by Allah, that Allah give us Islam as a guidance, where Islam is so complete and perfect and very detailed. From the day you were born, how do you receive the newborn, what you should do, how you educate, discipline your children, what to teach them from a young age. When they grow to the teenage, what is the important thing that you must reinforce in them. If you look at all the Islamic education, the very important thing is, after knowing Allah, is adab, manners. Yeah? Focus on the character, because this is something you can see. Faith you can see, you just can remind them. But adab, character, is something you can see. How they talk to you, how they eat, how they drink, you know, how do they take care of the environment, how do they value things that we give it to them. That is something you can see with your eye. Then you know whether they are having the right value, right adab, right education or not. Yeah. Even you want to pray, Allah guide us how to pray, when to pray, what to start first. You must clean yourself first. Now coming to cleanliness. And you should train your children from young how to keep themselves clean. Some people are very clean, that they say Singapore are a very clean country. But the minute they come across to Johor, they are trying to throw rubbish. Because they found that our country seems to be very free to do everything. Yeah. They can smoke and then they can just throw their cigarette outside. That means you are not a disciplined person. When you keep yourself clean, you must make sure the environment is clean. Example. Yeah. Until today, you can see people, when they want to spit, they just spit anywhere they want to spit. I don't know how you feel, you know. I don't feel good. Of course, sometimes you have to spit out. Sometimes find the right place, or you take a, you can take a tissue. You can use even your handkerchief. That's why handkerchief is, is important. Oh no, handkerchief is to wipe my face and wipe my sweat. Yes, also when you don't have that problem. Yeah. Everything is coming back to manners, akhlaq, and that's what the Prophet said. The thing that bring more value to us in the day of judgment, and when the scale of Allah is there, that bring more weight is our akhlaq. How to talk to somebody. By having the right manners, I believe we can communicate with each other better through words, because when you have adab, you know how to use the right words, at the right place, inshallah. Yeah? Now let us come back to this topic, separate graveyards. Number one, in Islam, according to our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I read one hadith first, it's not here yet. An Ali قلت للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إن أمك شيخ ضال قد مات قال اذهب فواري أباك ثم لا تحثرن شيئا حتى تأتياني فذهبت فرأيته وجئته فأمرني فاغتسلت ودعا لي. This hadith is from Sahih Abu Dawud. It's not in that book yet. I just want to quote. Ali radiallahu anhu said, I told the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, verily your old misguided uncle has died. Ali is telling the Prophet, your old misguided uncle has died. Prophet Muhammad said to Ali, go and bury your father. You know who is that? That means Abu Talib. Abu Talib, he was a very, very good uncle to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was there to protect, to help the Prophet when nobody is there to protect him. He loved the Prophet dearly. Towards the end, the Prophet kept on calling him to Islam, but Allah qadar to, he chose not to. He had been helping the Prophet, uncle of the Prophet, protect the Prophet. He loved him, yes. But at the end of the day, to show us that this religion don't belong to Muhammad. If belong to Muhammad, Muhammad can say anything. Yeah, he's a Muslim. Oh uncle, you don't have to say, I said on your behalf. This is my shahada for my uncle. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. a gift for my uncle, hadiah. No. Everybody must make that declaration. Then only you can say they are Muslim. If they refuse to make that declaration, how good they are, even they can recite Qul Huwallahu Ahad, even they can recite certain Al-Fatiha, they can say MashaAllah, Insha'Allah, Assalamu alaikum is very common. But if they refuse to recite Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah, they cannot be a Muslim. Sometimes we talk when people speak Arabic, oh, MashaAllah, oh, Muslim. No, not yet. You have seen somebody in the videos today, they're showing one lady, a lady, a not yet Muslim lady. Always remember, sister, why I always use the term not yet Muslim. Please remember, it's very powerful word. It's a very powerful word. When the time comes, I'll tell you how powerful the word is. Yeah. So she was working with a Muslim at the Muslim stores, selling religious book and cassettes. So every day she was listening to the Quranic recitation. It was a big surprise one day. She recited the whole Surah Yasin. Very popular to us. People say, "Oh, when you become Muslim," no, she's not Muslim. Because you hear it every day, and then you can even learn and recite. But not necessarily by reciting Quran you are Muslim. There are a lot of people who recite the Quran. There are a lot of people who read the Quran, understand the Quran, but they are not yet a Muslim. So it's not just knowledge. At least you must make the declaration. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. Now there is an issue for all of us, but alhamdulillah, because there is one hadith to back up, we are all safe until today. How many of us ask your children the Shahada? How many of us test our children with Shahada? We overlook. It's time for us to remind them. Remember the declaration of faith. Let them recite Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. And what's the meaning? Anybody can say that. They must know that from today they bear witness there's no other deity that they worship except Allah alone. And Prophet Muhammad is the last messenger of Allah. Is not the only messenger, the last messenger of Allah. But normally if they start to pray, they should have recited that in the tahiyyat. But how many of us check their recitation in their prayer? Even after wudu, there is a dua. But how many of us monitor this? How many of the parent muqarraba or muqarrab who always try to check on the children? We take things for granted. But because there is an hadith that covers this, make us feel secure a bit. What is the hadith? Anybody can? This hadith I've shared with all of you. What is the hadith that secure us that, oh, my children, they are Muslim? Where is the hadith? Again, we have a lot of knowledge. Everything that we have learned is there already. And sometimes we just do not know how to link it back. The Prophet said, Kullu mawlud yulad ala fitrah. Every child is born pure and clean, فَأَبَوَاهُ. Remember the term that I always said, if the sentence start with abawai and the word that start with bil walidain, abawain and walidain, what is the difference? Father and mother and father. Is parent, both are directing to the parent, referring to parents. But when Allah uses the abawai, that means father comes first. When the word is been used, walidain, mother comes first. Always remember this. And the beauty of the ayat of Quran, there is a reason why Allah used different terms. The hadith said all children is born pure and clean. فَأَبَوَاهُ. The father have to decide. If the father is Muslim, of course my children are Muslim. Now when you said that your children is a Muslim, what is the thing that you must do from the beginning? What is the thing that we must do as a father? You don't forget the right of the baby for akikah. And the whole package of akikah, and one of the important things is to give them the right name. Now you must choose already. You go and choose these funny names. I have some friend, he was not happy with somebody, and he take care of a farm. He have few dogs with him. You can have dogs to take care of the farm, because they got monkeys, they got other things. Wild women come, the dogs can help you. But the strange thing is that he named the dogs with name that the people that he hate most. Whoever he hate, he named that to the dog. So sometimes name play a very important role. So there is the right of the baby. You must name. That's why the Prophet said, the best name that I choose always Abdullah, Abdurrahman, Abdurrahim, all the name that start with Ab and then the name of Allah. But you can also use other beautiful name that carry beautiful meaning, but not to come up with your own name. It sounds very unique until sometimes the meaning is so bad. You don't do that. Now how to make sure that your children have the right name is important. And you do the akikah, everything for him. Then you make sure that as he grows, you are reinforcing the Islamic adab. Now what happened to Ali is that he said to the Prophet that his father was misguided. He chose not to become a Muslim. Died. Then Prophet Muhammad said to Ali, go and bury your father. And this is something we will learn today. You are a Muslim, but you have parents who are not yet Muslim. Now your parent passed away. Can you participate in the burial? According to the hadith, the Prophet said, go. Oh, no, he is not the Muslim class. And my relationship, yes, it ends there, but you still have some basic responsibility. Go and bury your father. then don't do anything else until you come back to me. That's all you have to do. Because they choose to not to be a Muslim, so you cannot do any ritual on them. Even he's so close, your father. Can you be so emotional and I want to pray for him, man? Of course, we would love to do that. The Prophet loved to do that. Noah loved to do that to his son. Abraham loved to do that for his father. Lut loved to do this to his wife. But Allah said, no. So religion is not about how you feel. Of course we feel sad. Everybody will feel sad if your loved one passes away. But even how sad you are, you must know what you are allowed to do and what you are not allowed to do. This is where the had, they call the limit that Islam set for us. So I went and buried him and came back to the Prophet ﷺ, and look at what happened. He, the Prophet ﷺ, said and instruct me, فَأَمَرَنِي فَاقْتَسَلْتُ وَدَعَالِي. He instruct me to take a bath, because now Ali involved in burying his father. Burying a father is not just dig the hole and then just throw him down. No. You will dig the hole, the lahat for them. Or you just dig a hole, completely just hole without lahat. And then somebody must be there. Somebody must go down to bring the body down. You cannot just throw the whole body down. No. People may hit you and throw you inside also. You must show some respect. Just a matter of adab. Yeah. And then the Prophet pray for who? Pray for Ali. Because he's your father. The Prophet know how you feel, but he pray for Ali. He don't pray for Abi Talib. If this religion belong to you and me, of course it's up to us. What I want to pray, who can stop me? Nobody can stop you. But when Allah said no, He just stopped there. But there's a difference between Abi Talib and the not yet Muslim who is staying with us today. Abi Talib, according to the hadith, is confirmed. He will go to An-Nar. Because Allah has said, I will forgive all sins except shirk. Whoever end their life with shirk, no forgiveness. وَمَنْ مَاتْ وَهُوَ يُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ فَقَدْ حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ الْجَنَّةَ وَمَأْوَاهُ النَّارِ. The Prophet ﷺ was reminded by Allah, whoever depart from this world committing shirk, I, Allah, the owner of paradise, said, I forbid him paradise. And وَمَأْوَاهُ النَّارِ, and his or her return is An-Nar. Nobody can change that anymore. Allah finalized it by Himself. But the people around us today, they still have some ground to hold us in the day of judgment. Abu Talib had no ground because the Prophet is there reminding him, calling him. Every time the Prophet when he met up with his uncle, he said, my uncle, you are so good to me. You are my good uncle. Say La ilaha illallah. He refused. And he know who is Muhammad. He know how good Muhammad is. And that's why he keep on protecting him. But he refused. And that's why the strong ayah was revealed to the Prophet. Innaka la tahdi man ahbabta walakin Allah yahdi man yasha. O Muhammad, you don't give guidance to whom you like. I, Allah, is the one who gives guidance. Can this happen to any of us in the family? Yeah. This is the family of the Prophet. The father of the great Caliph, Ali, who was promised by the Prophet, Ali, Jannah, Abu Bakr, Jannah, Omar, Jannah, Osman, Jannah, Ali, Jannah. These are the 4 Caliph that the Prophet promised. They are the people of Jannah. But nothing to do with their parent. If the parent choose not to be a Muslim. Yeah? But we don't do da'wah to our friend. Did we do da'wah to our friend? We talk about food, yes. And we talk about traveling, yes. But there is the best time while you are eating, you talk about Islam. When you are traveling, you talk about Islam. When you pray, let them see you pray, and then later on, you can tell them, do you know what we are doing? You're praying. Do you know why we pray? We don't even talk. We start to use this ayat from the beginning. This ayat should be applied at the end, but we use it from the beginning. That's where we went wrong. What ayat? Lakum dinukum waliyadi. After you try your best to talk to them about Islam, you share with them this good news, they refuse. You never give up, like Rasulullah never give up to Abu Talib until the end of his life. When he was bedridden, Sakratul Maut, the Prophet was there to say, my uncle just said La ilaha illallah Muhammad, I will be there for you. Because the Prophet was made by Allah to be the witness of all of us in the day of judgment. He will stand and look for us. That's why the Prophet will look for those who call for the prayer, Muazzin, come, come. Those who have, in the day of judgment, the place where they make their wudu will shine, come, come. Because the Prophet is going to, وَجَعَلَ رَسُولُ الشَّهِيدَ عَلَيْكُمْ. The Prophet will be made as a witness to all of us. Now we have problem. Can you say that I have talked to my friend? No. Yeah, you have lunch with your friend, yes. You talk about dunya, you talk about so many things, but you fail to talk to them the most important thing in their life for their future is about Islam. Until the end, they choose not to, then lakum dinukum waliyadin. But today we use lakum earlier. Lakum dinukum waliyadin. He is no more Muslim, I have nothing to do with him. You have a responsibility. So the Prophet instructed him to take a bath, which I did, just to wash himself, and he prayed for me. So if you are in that environment, the only thing you have to do, come home, take a bath. But you can just participate, but no ritual, nothing at all. Ghusl, just take a bath. Ghusl, yeah? When the Prophet said take a bath, it's a religious bath. Anytime when you say take a bath, it's like when you wash the body of the deceased. Do you wash normally? No. It's a ghusl. You must have wudu and ghusl. It's a package. Meaning, take a major ablution. Yeah? The practice of the Prophet and the believers through the ages until our time indicate that a Muslim must not be buried with a disbeliever, nor a disbeliever with a Muslim. Separate graveyard should be designated for Muslim and not yet. Alhamdulillah, it's been done everywhere. We honor. You have your right to live on this earth as a disbeliever. Then you have your right to have a place to be buried. Now we honor the right of others. We do honor. That's why we have our place of worship. They have their place of worship. We honor them. Even the minority in the Muslim country, we honor their right. Of course, we call them to Islam. They refuse. They want to believe what they want to believe, as long as they do not cause unrest to other people. Other people right in being honored. They have the right to survive. And when they have the right to live, they have the right to food, they have the right to drink, they have the right for education, they have all these basic rights like us. And when they die, they have the right to be buried in their own graveyard. But do you know what is happening sometimes in the Muslim minority countries sometimes? Our right is not being given. And they call the champion human rights. Meaning, when you say right, the government must provide a piece of land for you to declare this is your graveyard. It's not a commercial kind of thing. That should be the way. If not, then where are they going to be buried? We have a group of our community, the Sheikh. They prefer to burn. They say, this land is for the living. Don't waste the land. Don't bury us. Just burn us and just throw our ashes in the sea, river, because nobody want to build bury their dead one in the river. But human again are very unique creation of Allah. You never see other creation do that. We have enough land to live on, but we still want to claim more land from the sea. You see, not enough land. That sea belong to the sea. But human have a very unique kind of character. You know? They want, when you do this, you are telling the sea, this is mine. The sea will say, it's time I want back my land. I want back my area. Then when he come, he will cross your border. You cross his border, he cross your border. But today, until today, alhamdulillah, Allah have been very, very merciful to all of us. Allahu Akbar. The Prophet always asked Allah before he passed away, delay any punishment on my ummah. This was prayed by our Prophet. If there's any severe punishment, delay it, oh Allah. Delay it. Of course, it's up to Allah. But most of the prayer the Prophet was answered. We have been so disobedient to Allah. You know what happened in the time of Noah? Those who disbelieve, go again. Then Allah said, time I am going to destroy them. No, save the believer. Leave the disbeliever alone. I am going to wipe them. out. Khalas. No qawm, khalas. The time of Lut, people who like to get into all this, what we call normal, abnormal relationship. They were warned, they still go. Allah wiped them off. The time of Shu'aib in Madian, you know Madian? Where is Madian? Where is Madian today? Yeah? Where? Madian. Madian, yes, in the northern part of Saudi today. Where Shu'aib was there. His qawm was also wiped off because they like to cheat when they do business. How do they cheat? They cheat the way. Now, all the sin that all the people have done, is it happening today? Disobedience, disbelief, reward the abnormal relationship, cheating, rampant, normal today. At the time of all the early prophets, Allah wiped them off. Do you think Allah cannot wipe us? But there was a prayer that the Prophet said, delay. Allah delayed until today, but we don't know when. The time will come, Allah said, time. Kun, be and is be, and it's going to come. Some signs is there already, or some small signal is being sent. But we still don't take the signal, seriously. No. Natural disaster. Okay. Nothing happened without the will of Allah. Separate, yes. Every word must have a separate one because of what? Because of the ending. Lakum dinukum waliyadin. Because they have their own way to do things. We have our own way. So we don't want to confuse matters. Make it very clear. Quran is here to divide, separate haq and batil, halal and haram. You cannot put two together. No, haram is haram, halal is halal. Bashir bin al-Qusayya reported that he was once walking with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the messenger of Allah, and the messenger of Allah holding his hand when he told him, Ya Ibn al-Qasasiyah, Oh Ibn al-Qasasiyah, why are you complaining to Allah this morning? The Prophet was talking to him about being away from your wife and family. Of course, that means while they're traveling, they left their wife, their family behind. Here you are walking with Allah's messenger. You are walking with me. And you are still complaining. Still holding his hand, Ibn Qasasir, may my father and mother be a ransom for you. You see, the Sahaba, their feeling to the Prophet was very different. Anytime when they prayed, they put their parents, they put their life ahead of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's just like, I've seen a scholar not belong to the Sunni group, the other group. They have a very powerful prayer. He said, Oh God, let this leader live forever, because we love him. Let him live forever. He is our leader. If you want to take his life, take our life. We are prepared to take over. Yeah. His turn, take us first, but let him survive. Do you know why they say that? Khodaya, ta'in kilabi mahdi. Because he is a very good leader to them, care for them, very simple person. The pious among them. So they pray, because he is more beneficial than us. We can't do anything. He can do a lot. He guide the people. He lead the people in the community. People listen to him. Let him live longer. Take our life. No? This is how the Sahaba, when they love the Prophet, they say, if anything happened to, oh Ya Rasul, that my father, my mother, or me, yeah, take over your place. Let us go first. Because the Prophet is there to guide. What can we do? Yeah. You see how they're feeling. Yeah? I do not complain to Allah about anything this morning. He did all good things for me. He said, no, I'm not complaining. While they are walking, they pass by the grave of the mushrik. Because sometimes when you're walking with somebody and you see somebody's mouth is moving, that means you think you're having problem. Huh? You are not at ease. You've been a lot of problem. Maybe there's a lot of problems. Sometimes we also, when we walk with our friend, but we are not there. Our mind is not there. Because we are thinking of other things. There's a lot of problem coming in, you know. So the Prophet will say, why are you complaining and so on? لَقَدْ سَبَقَ هَؤُلَاءِ خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا. 3 times the Prophet said, they have missed a lot of good. They have missed a lot of goods. They have missed a lot of good. Then they passed by the grave of the Muslim and he said, they have attained a lot of good. Now, the Prophet is moving and there is 2 graveyard. One is the disbeliever and one is the Muslim. For the disbeliever, the Prophet just has to say and remind the one who is still living, they have missed a lot of khair. Brothers and sisters, do you remember what is the best khair that Allah have given us? If you receive it, other than Islam, after Islam, what is the best khair? Allahu Akbar, is hikmah. In the Quran, Allah says, whoever Allah give hikmah, he have a lot of khair, wisdom. One day I'll tell you what is wisdom. Then his eye fell on a man walking with 2 shoes among the grave. Then the Prophet saw somebody who was also walking in the graveyard with their shoes on. Then the Prophet said, Ya sahib al-sabitayn waika alqa bisabataik. Oh, man with shoes, woe to be you or be to you, remove your shoes. What do you learn about that? You know, the Muslim graveyard normally are very close to each other. Because Muslim graveyard is not private property. It's waqaf land. Free. Look at Baqi, 1,400 over years already. People still can be buried there. How many million of people have died? and they can still cater for them. In a small piece of land, million of people who die can be buried there. Because it's not your property, you cannot build any concrete. You put it down, lahat, you know what is lahat? Lahat is something is like a drawer. That is ours. The Prophet don't like, if there is a way for you to dig your graveyard with lahat, do it. They don't like people to dig the burial ground straight down. The Prophet don't like. But if there's no other choice, then you can do it. Lahat normally highly recommended when you have the earth that is strong, very strong, tight, not like very sandy, soft. It can collapse very easily. Then it's difficult. Our way of digging our graveyard is how? You dig straight, and then in the middle you dig deeper a bit, and then you put the dead body in the middle, and then you put some soil to make adjustment on the head. Then later on you put plank, some wood above that, and the soil will go down. It means the earth will not hit the body directly. But if you do the lahat, that is the best. But I hardly see our country people dig the graveyard in the shape of a lahat. Later on we will know about that, inshallah. Now, second thing, this is something that a lot of us are not following today. When you enter the graveyard, where you see all the people, the burial ground is there, there are some people there. It's very important not to wear shoes, so that you are careful with your stepping, because you must show respect to the dead one by not stepping or sitting on their grave. Today sometimes people build sitting tools. This is not a place for you to sit, it's for you to stand. The Prophet himself, Sayyidina Osman, said, when the Prophet entered any graveyard, for the Muslim graveyard, the Osman said, Waqafa Rasulullah. He never said, Jalasa Rasulullah. What is Waqafa? Stand. The Prophet don't sit. We have a tradition. We are preparing a space for people to sit. Now, that is not the way of our Prophet. Stand. That's why if I am there, normally they also do the same. They prepare the mat. Mats, I said, no, we don't sit. Don't have to do that, because we prefer to stand. We are trying to show some examples so others will follow. But we are very weak, naive. When people offer, okay, we follow. We forget to follow the way the Prophet wants us to follow. I feel very strange about the Muslims' character. Not said that you do not know, but for the weak one, if they have to have a chair for them to sit, you must make sure they don't sit on the grave of anyone. That is very important. And sometimes the way I look at people handling the graveyard, I was very upset. There was one, is Haji Arifin one. A lot of people miss him. The old people miss him. Ramadan, a lot of people are going to miss him, because he is the only one who loves to call azan for Isha. Allahu Akbar. And may Allah shower His mercy upon him. Ameen. When people was digging, and you know you have the tools, they just put it on the grave of other people. When I saw this, I just go and take it down and put in the other side. Take it out. You see, these are adab. How do you feel if your family's grave was there? And what are you doing, man? If you don't like anything bad happen to your family graveyard, you don't do this to other people. Adab. It's not necessarily the people know, nobody here to complain. You must know your duty. Very sad. When I'm looking sometimes, something is very wrong with our administration. We don't care. As long as there's somebody to dig for you, somebody there waiting for you. And there are also some people selling goods also today. And sometimes they'll say to me, we are Malaysian, and that area they are Indonesian. You know, let us do some cleaning for you. You want us to do anything? You see what is happening? Why you allow all this nonsense to be around in the graveyard? Nobody care. Up to you. People are selling flowers. May Allah protect us from all this fitna. This hadith indicate that there was a clear distinction between the grave of the disbeliever and those of the Muslim. Ibn Hazmi took it as an evidence that it's not permissible to bury a Muslim with a mushrik, and that it's not permissible to walk with shoes among the grave. Yeah. Unless you see the area is a thorn, there's a lot of thorn, it can cause harm to your feet, then you may, but you must be very careful. Yeah, the reason is to show respect. Yeah. Burial places, graveyard. The dead should normally be buried in graveyard. Yes. The Prophet ﷺ used to bury the dead Muslim in Al-Baqi' graveyard. Until today, you see there's a lot of people who die in Medina would prefer to be buried in Baqi'. There are numerous reports in that regard, some of which we have cited earlier. Furthermore, there are no reports indicating that any of the Salaf was buried in other than a graveyard. That means they have their own place now. You see, when you have their own place, something the fitna will come. So that's why you have all this tomb, and then people will come and commit shirk. Except for the special cases that we will discuss below. There are numerous mutawatir. Now, when the word mutawatir been highlighted, you must remember is a hadith that when the Prophet said it, it's been witnessed by a group of people, and the group of people, when they conveyed the message, another group of people was the witness and listened to this. Yeah? Then it's a mutawatir. It's ongoing. Never one is stopped somewhere and disconnected. Yeah? Mutawatir. The status of mutawatir hadith is like the Quran. Whoever rejects this saying, there's no doubt at all. The chain of narration is so strong from group to group, then it's like you are rejecting the Quran. There are numerous mutawatir reports confirming that Allah's Messenger, Prophet Muhammad was buried in his house, in the place where he died. This is specific to him, as is indicated by Aisha, the wife of our beloved Prophet Muhammad radiallahu anha, the mother of the believers, who reported that when Allah's Messenger died, the Sahaba differed about this burial. People are confused because they never expect the Prophet will die so fast. and they love the Prophet more than themselves, more than their parents, more than their children. That is their feeling. So somebody that is so important in your life suddenly is no more there. How do you feel, sisters? Somebody that you love so much suddenly is no more. How do you feel? Do you feel very, very sad? People that you don't like, when they die, how do you feel? There are two types of people. One you like, one you don't like. Whether you like it or not, that is reality. Of course, it's different. Your parent that you love so much, your children you love so much, your cat that you love so much, also you feel very sad. No? Until you see the one that the Sahaba differ. Why? Because everybody forget what the Prophet sometimes said something. Then they're thinking, maybe we should have bring the Prophet back to Makkah where he was born and be buried next to his first wife. Who? Khadijah. The one that the angels have said to the Prophet that Allah built a castle for her made of lu'lu, pearls. You know how beautiful Jannah, but Allah still beautified an area for Khadijah. He made another castle. That's why the Prophet was shocked when he got this news. He said, who is this special person? Because the way Gabriel talked to the Prophet, he came from another direction first. No, somebody will come with food and drink, for you just eat and drink, and then convey the salam of Allah and my salam to that person, and tell the person that Allah have prepared a castle made of lu'lu for her. Then who is this? That is Khadijah. Allah. So they thought that that should be the best place to bring Prophet Muhammad's body back to Mecca. And some said maybe in Uhud with Hamza. Some said, why they embark with other family members? Until Abu Bakr came. Alhamdulillah, Abu Bakr remember that he heard something in that regard from Allah's Messenger and had previously forgotten it, which was that ما قبض الله نبيا إلا في الموضع الذي يجب أن يدفن فيه. Never did Allah take a prophet's life, not only Muhammad, according to the sunnah of all the prophet and the Anbiya. When a prophet passed away, then the location of their burial will be where they die. So if they died in the house of Aisha, they were buried in the house of Aisha. Then they overcome the confusion. But remember, these are only khusus for the Prophet. No one else can do that. And also there are some other hadiths about the battlefield. If you die and you were killed on the battleground, then the body should not be transferred to other graveyard, but should be buried in the same place where they were killed. Like Uhud, Badr. You remember Badr, the first battle? They were buried there. They don't bring them home. The not yet Muslim also was killed there, and now those who died, they are there. Those who are still alive, they have fled. So who is going to bury this body? You let the body on the top of the ground and then get rotten, is cause disease. So the Muslim is being commanded by the Prophet to dig the hole and put them and bury them. Just bury them. No other ritual. Where the Muslim, of course, you pray for them. You have to pray for them. Jabir bin Abdullah reported when Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam went out of Medina to fight against the mushrikeen. Look at the leadership of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When there's any danger, when there's a war declared, he will also be at the battleground. Today, no, you go. You send your army. I'm not going to go there. After everything okay, I'll come. After thousands of people die, then I'll come. You should be there. Then you understand. Then you value life. Should you do that? If there's a way to find peace, if there's a way to solve the problem in a peaceful manner, do you want to start a war? War is destruction. In the time of the Prophet, you cannot destroy the environment. You cannot cut down trees. You cannot go into the house of anybody who are not involved. You just meet your enemy in the battleground, face-to-face combat. Minimum destruction, just haq and batil. What kind of war you are talking about today? There's no combat. You just send a scud, a missile, so far away. And missile do not know who is the enemy sometimes, who is the good people, the bad guy. He just come. And then you kill thousands and thousands innocent people. You destroy houses, infrastructure. Is that you call something right? Something is very, very wrong. That's why when you are involved directly, you always find a better way to solve the problem, the conflict. If none, then is a face-to-face combat. You don't go to people's house. No. Today is a different war. That's why there's so much suffering here and there. Who allowed this to happen? We allowed that to happen. We allow all this massive weapon to come to our country. Allah is not going to leave this thing just like that. Everyone who are involved, Allah is going to hold you responsible. You know, the people who are not involved, you kill them. Haram. Every Muslim life is sacred. You kill innocent people is haram. And what kind of justification you can give? Do you honor life? I don't think they honor life. Do you champion human rights? You are all liars. You are all hypocrite. You don't care. Neither any of their children was sent to the battlefield. Other people they sent first. Na'uz billah. And what did Jabir bin Abdullah? He said, to fight against the mushrik in the battle of Uhud, his father, the father of Jabir, told him, "Oh Jabir, why don't you stay behind in Medina to see what will happen to us? Verily by Allah, if it were not that I am leaving behind some daughters that need help, I would have wished that you be killed before me." Jabir continued. While I was waiting in Al-Madinah, my aunt brought my dead father and uncle, leveling them on the two sides of a camel. The auntie was there, bring the body back. She entered Al-Madinah to bury them in our graveyard. But a man caught up with her, saying, "Surely Allah's messengers will not command you to bring back the killed one and bury them in the places where they were killed." So we took them back and buried them where they were killed. In Islam, it's highly recommended to bury in the nearest graveyard. Don't make things difficult. We have another problem. When we don't follow Islam, we have a lot of problems. we do not only divide and rule when we are living, we also divide when we die. We zone up certain zone. If you are staying next to the graveyard, it so happen you are just the borderline between where? Between Wilayah and Selangor. It's just opposite. There is a graveyard. But problem. I want to be. It's easy. It's just opposite. No. Address. Go there. Why you going to? It's so difficult. But again, it's who you know. Can you imagine now everything? Not only when you die, you must know somebody. When you die, you die also, you have to know somebody. Allah musta'an. May Allah protect us, brothers. Let us make it easy for everybody, inshallah. Yeah. Now I'm just sharing with all of us what is happening around us, and we must think what we can do. If Allah give us some authority, try to do the way the Prophet wants us to do. Yeah. In the house, except for the unique case of the messenger, the Prophet, it is not permissible to bury the dead in any houses. Al-Hafiz said it is quite possible that other people are prohibited from that, because bury in the house turn them into a burial places which prohibit praying in them. You know that you cannot pray, the normal prayer with rukuk and sujud at the graveyard. You cannot. The only prayer that is allowed in the graveyard is funeral prayer. No rukuk, no sujud. And the Prophet ﷺ have said, La taja'ra buyutakum maqabir. Don't make your house as a graveyard when there's no prayer, no rukuk, no sujud. So how can you pray when it become a graveyard? If you buried the dead in the house. Yeah? And that's why the Prophet even said, from Hadith Bukhari, Ibn Umar, Ij'alu fi buyutikum min salatikum wa la tattaqizuha qubura. Pray some of your prayer in your home and do not turn them to grave. That's why the Prophet did say in a Hadith Sahih Muslim that afdal as-salah fil baytihi. Afdal as-salah fi bayti. The best prayer is at home. Illa maktuba. For the male, except the fardu prayer. For the female, always the best at home. So if you're praying at home, don't feel, oh, you are left out. No, I missed by Jummah. No. You are following the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, and you will be rewarded exactly how the man will be rewarded. Why the Prophet the man go to the masjid? Because the Prophet said, why do you pray at home? Because the Prophet said you are following the same saying of the Prophet. So you get the same reward. Less job. You save money, you save your petrol. And you know, men, when they go out, prayer is just 10 minutes. They go out 1 hour. They waste their time. So 1 hour you can do so. Must stay at home. Allahu Akbar. So now we learn, brother and sister, number one. Now I just want to share with you why you have to have a different graveyard. Why you must have a different place of worship. You remember when Omar entered Jerusalem, he was offered the key of Jerusalem. And then the people respect this great leader. Who respect is the Jew and the Nasara. But he is a very just leader. He don't cause destruction. If nobody take arms and fight, they are safe. Even the Muslim army is so powerful, they don't go there and destroy others. They come in peace. And then they offered him their church, their house of worship. They offer our Omar to pray. Whoever have visited Bethlehem, you see the area. And Omar was going, he may forget something, then he realized something. This is the house of worship of the people of the book. Then he excused himself, he go out and pray outside. And that's why when you go to this area, you see the church here and the mosque of Omar is there. To make sure that lakum dinukum, we do not want to confuse the people. The same go to the graveyard. Graveyard, you have your own ritual, we have our own ritual. So we do not want to confuse people. Make it very clear. Lakum dinukum waliyadin. Easy. Life will be easy for everybody when everybody know their limit and everybody have a borderline. Alhamdulillah, Malaysia have done a good job. Yeah. The graveyard Muslim here, the not yet Muslim not far away. No, it's okay as long you are not in the same graveyard, no problem. If not, there will be a problem. Somebody will come there and then do other thing, and anybody come do anything. So Islam is a very simple religion. Make it clear from the beginning, so that we have a clear ending. Inshallah, may Allah make it easy for all of us. Before we open for Q&A, brothers and sisters, a humble reminder, on and off, every year we do something, for the benefit of our ongoing activities. Bundle sale is on, inshallah. 29 April, this month, 29, Sunday, inshallah. So the sister who are leading this team, Sister Azwa, request for pre-love items. Love item. And food donation. And sometimes we also organize food. Deadline for clothes donation is on the 22nd. 22nd, for them to organize everything. Inshallah. And inshallah, our Ramadan is coming soon too. We will alert you from time to time. And if there's any question and answer, now we open for Q&A. Fatafaddal. Question now, Faddal says. Okay. Wake. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh no, those who are not participating in burying the dead, then you don't have to ghusl. Yeah, to be around, a show of respect, there's nothing wrong. Food, sometimes, yeah, sometimes because it's be a package. And then there's a package, they have to, some agency say, oh, you leave it to us, we organize, because they know there are a lot of time. Now, serving food from outside, not burdening the family of the deceased, is highly recommended in Islam. Because the living have to live. Now the family is having this calamity, musibah, so you don't want to burden them. They have to cook, they have no time anymore. That's why I'm saying that what we can do, if other people who are doing it, no problem. As the food halal, we will try our best not to burden them. Then we will give, if you want to give, to ease their problems, show that the Muslims are very caring people. Think that we can help for the living, we can. You can pray for the living. If they are still alive, you want to pray for guidance, you can pray for them. No, there's a lot of things that is allowed in Islam, but we are not used to it. Like I said, we start to use lakum dinukum waliyadin very early. Too early. I know. Now you can. What is today's date? 19? Naam. Next question from the sister. Now. Assalamu rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
You mentioned the hadith just now for the best place for salat is at home, except for can also confirm that it also applies to the ladies in Mecca and Medina when they go Umrah and Hajj. No need to go to the masjid for Jum'at.
Oh yes, of course. If you are going to Mecca or for Hajj or Umrah, if Jum'at comes in, the lady don't have to go if they choose to pray in their room. Yeah, it's no problem. But if you want to go, the only thing in these two areas, yeah, is because you have the special reward, 100,000 times more, 1,000 times more in Medina, and that is some special thing. Yeah, that is the place where the Prophet said to the man, don't stop your woman from going, but you are not, yeah, I mean, it is not an obligation like the man. Yeah. So if you don't go, no problem. For Jumat especially, for the other prayer, it's good to go because you are not there always. To maximize your reward of 100,000. Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Any last question from the sister? No. Okay.
In that case, is it better to go for Jum'at then? Because
no,
of
if you are going to cause a lot of traffic jam, you take up the place of the man, you are highly not to participate. Yeah. Secondly, you see, a lot of women are not aware about the adab of Jum'at because they hardly pray Jum'at. Then while the imam giving khutbah, they are talking, then it's a waste of being there. When you talk, when the imam is giving khutbah, even you can't understand, but you have no right to talk. Then faqad laghaw, the Prophet said, gone. All the reward for Jumat, gone. So I think you must have the adab. The same go to the man today. Lately, alhamdulillah, I saw in the last Jumat in the masjid from Selangor State, alhamdulillah, I don't know whether it's a reminder or came from the main office, or it's just up to the imam, individual imam, to warn the ma'mum, the man, to lay out their handphone. Stop using handphone, not just stop calling, stop using, stop playing messages. It's a good reminder because we are so addicted today, yeah, that we don't pay attention to the khutbah anymore. Yeah, may Allah accept our prayer, inshallah. And lastly, the last dua. Faddal, Sister Zuleika.
Assalamualaikum, Ustaz.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yeah, you wanted to explain just now the about calling, saying not yet Muslim as opposed to non-Muslims. The
Yeah.
power of that. You wanted
Yeah.
to explain that?
We will explain in next, yeah, either the Wednesday class, or normally we are trying to focus in the class or the Monday night to reinforce, yeah, the people who have the interest to know more, how to make sure that the knowledge that you have learned really benefit you. Yeah, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.